Next in our crochet flower series, we will be making this passion flower. So let's begin with our DK yarn and our 4mm hook, and I'm going to slip knot onto hook and I'm going to chain 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and I'm going to do a slip stitch into the first chain of this round to join. So we now have a small loop. Now into this small loop we're going to do 10 single crochets, so chain 1 and then do 10 single crochets into the loop. So that is 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. On our next round we want to increase to 20 single crochets or 20 stitches, so I'm now going to do 2 single crochets into every stitch of the previous round. So 1 and 2 single crochets into our first stitch, and 2 single crochets into every other stitch all the way round until we have 20 single crochets. Now for our next round we're going to be creating the inside of our petals. So I'm going to slip stitch into my next stitch and chain 9. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, and then I'm going to do a single crochet into the second chain from hook and into all stitches, well, all the chains all the way down, so we'll have 8 single crochets. And when we finished our last single crochet, I'm going to do a slip stitch into the next stitch. And now I'm going to do another slip stitch into the next stitch, and I'm going to repeat that all over again. So I'm going to chain 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, and then single crochet in the second chain from hook and all of the chains all the way back down to the base, which will leave us with 8 single crochets. And once I'm back to the base, I'm going to do a slip stitch into the next 2 stitches. So slip stitch into the following stitch and slip stitch again into the following stitch. Then chain 9 and repeat that process until you have 10 of these templates for our petals that we're going to create. So I've finished my 10th petal and I've done a slip stitch to join and finish that round. And it's now time to create the detail of our petals. So we're going to make all these templates, if you like, a little bit thicker. So if you can see, we've got a foundation chain side of each row and a single crochet stitch on the opposite side, and we're going to crochet into the back of the foundation stitch. So I'm going to begin by doing 4 half double crochets. So straight into the first stitch of the petal, I'm going to do 1 half double crochet, and then into the next stitch another half double crochet, followed by a third half double crochet and a 4th half double crochet. So we've done 4 half double crochets. We're now going to do 3 double crochets. So into the next stitch 1 double crochet, followed by another double crochet into the next stitch and a third double crochet. So we should now be at the last stitch of our petal, and into this stitch we're going to do 4 double crochet. So 4 double crochet into the very top stitch. So that's 1, and 2, and 4, and then we're going to repeat that down the opposite side, but this time working into stitches. So we're going to do 3 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. So 1 double crochet into the first stitch, another into the second stitch, do that one again, and the last one into the third stitch. And we're going to finish this petal with 4 half double crochets. So into the last 4 stitches of this petal we're going to do a half double crochet into each stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3 and 4. And just moving the other petals out the way to make it easier to do my stitches. And now we're going to repeat that all again into our next petal template. So we're going to go straight into the next 4 half double crochets into our next petal. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now 3 double crochets, 1 double crochet and 2 and 3, and into the last stitch we're going to do 4 double crochets all into the same stitch. The top stitch can be quite tight, so just bear with it. So that's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and we're now working down the opposite sides of our petal, and we're going to do another 3 double crochets. So 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches, 1, 2 and 3. And we're going to finish this petal off with 4 half double crochets, so 1 half double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. And now we're going to repeat that all again onto the next petal. So moving straight over, we're going to go straight into doing our 4 half double crochets onto our next petal. We're going to continue that all the way around our flower. I'm now just finishing my last couple of half double crochets on my last petal. And to end this round we're going to slip stitch and fasten off. I'm now going to be making the centre of our flower, and to do that I'm going to be using this blue fluffy yarn with my 4mm crochet hook. So I'm going to slip knot onto hook and I'm going to chain 5. If you haven't worked with fluffy yarn before, make sure to work loosely because it can be really difficult to see the stitches. And after my 5 I'm going to slip stitch into my first chain to join, and there is a little loop. Now I'm going to chain 1, and into this loop I'm going to do 10 single crochets. The problem with fluffy yarn is you can't actually see your stitches, so you're going to rely completely on touch and the feel of where each stitch is. So I just recommend that you take your time and work really loosely so you don't have to struggle getting into any of the stitches. That's our 10 single crochets, and now we're going to increase to 20, so I'm going to do 2 single crochets into each of the stitches that we've just created. So that's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9, 9 again, and 10, 11 and 12, 13 and 14, 15 and get some more yarn, and 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. Now for our next round we're going to increase to 30 stitches, so I'm going to do 1 single crochet into 1 stitch and 2 single crochet into the following stitch. I'm going to do that all the way around until I have 30 stitches. So that's my 4th stitch, and increase in the next stitch for 5 and 6, single crochet 7, and increase in the next stitch for 8 and 9, and so on all the way around until you have 30 stitches. And when you finish that round you can slip stitch to join and fasten off, and leave a bit of a long tail because we're going to use that tail to sew this centre onto our passion flower. So that's how it'll look. So I'm going to thread the end tail onto my embroidery needle, and I'm just going to do a couple of stitches around the flower to ensure that this centre part is attached securely. And when you're finished, you'll be left with your beautiful passion flower. So I hope you liked this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, like, comment and subscribe. It really does make a difference. And other than that, have a beautiful day and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.